back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Through injury, through sickness, through holidays, the Siberian Express rolls on. Choo-choo, motherfuckers! The UFC is targeting Artem Lobov versus Bruce Leeroy Alex Caceres contest at UFC London on St. Patrick's Day, which makes for perfect matchmaking as far as I'm concerned, because if you can't get Conor McGregor on St. Patrick's Day, who better than his fucking best bud, his BB, Artem Lobov, the GOAT? I mean, the last I heard, I thought Artem Lobov was trying to get out of his UFC contract. I thought maybe his contract expired or he was just looking to get out. I thought maybe he was, yeah, but it looks like he's got at least one more fight, and he's going to be fighting another unranked fan favorite, Alex Caceres, Bruce Leeroy. Bruce Leeroy, I'm a huge fan of him and the personality and all of that stuff, you know, but as a fighter, he's just, you know, like not one of the best fighters in the UFC, but neither is Artem Lobov. That's why this makes for perfect matchmaking. But Bruce Leeroy doesn't aim to be one of the best fighters in the UFC. That's, you know, he said that in an interview that I've heard of his, where he said, you know, he's just really looking to fight until like maybe his girl gets out of college and then they're gonna move away, you know, off into the sunset. So you gotta enjoy Bruce Leeroy while you got him in the UFC. He's a very entertaining fighter to watch. And Artem Lobov, I mean, his fights are always entertaining. In his last fight, Conor McGregor was cage side and the referee had to tell Conor, chill, bro. I know Artem's in here getting, you know, clipped up a little bit, but it's all good. You ain't in his corner. You gotta sit down. And Conor McGregor and the referee had a little bit of a back and forth. And then that's also the event where after Artem Lobov lost backstage, Conor McGregor was consoling him and dropped the F-bomb. It was when he fought Andre Fili. So with that being said, this is sure to be a fun fight, and it's at UFC in London on St. Patrick's Day. We know the UFC has been looking to book Darren Till for maybe the headline of that card. It was originally hopefully gonna be Darren Till versus Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's team wasn't with the shits. They were like, nah, not Darren Till, maybe one more fight. So now Darren Till has really been waiting on anybody for a fight, whether it's Kamaru Usman, whether it's fucking Mike Perry. He doesn't care about ranking, he doesn't care about name. Darren Till will fight Wonder Boy, Usman. He's literally name dropped everybody but his team, knowing that Darren Till is DTF down to fight. They're helping guide him into the potential UFC cash cow that he could really be, because Darren Till's got a lot of promise. So if he headlines this card, that's even better. And even if he doesn't headline this card, he might co-main event this card. And it's looking like, since this is on St. Patrick's Day, you know, we just had Gunnar Nelson come out on the MMA Hour and said he's DTF Darren Till, you know, down to fight. So Darren Till versus Gunnar Nelson, London, Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. That sounds like perfect fucking matchmaking in my mind. And I just thought about this for this video, because we've heard little rumblings of Darren Till and Gunnar Nelson, but of course they've agreed to fight. So have Darren Till and Mike Perry. So have Darren Till and Kamaru Usman. Darren Till's agreed to fight everybody, but it's about who is actually going to get the fight with Darren Till. And Gunnar Nelson, if you're talking about St. Patrick's Day, his teammate Gunnar Nelson is also a teammate of Conor McGregor and Artem Lobov. So if Artem Lobov is fighting Bruce Leeroy on the card, let's get Gunnar Nelson and Darren Till on that joint and call it a party. And St. Patrick's Day, you know if this happens, Conor McGregor's at least gonna be ringside. He's liable to scale the cage, amped up, and just turn it into an even bigger, you know, ordeal. So with that being said, man, Artem Lobov versus Alex Bruce Leeroy is just targeted right now. It's not official or anything like that, but it's targeted for UFC in London on St. Patrick's Day, which I'm in. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And by the way, Lemon Hoko Genetics. I heard somebody ask about that little weed in the comments. You know, my little new fresh free sponsorship and shit. Lemon Hoko Genetics. That's that at the very top of the screen. That's the little purple with the lemons. That's Lemon Hoko. That's his shit. I'm also gonna put it on the intro and the outro. Shout out Lemon Hoko Genetics. Thanks again for reaching out and for the opportunity. It's love from the full-time family. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments about Bruce Leeroy versus Artem Lobov and Darren Till versus Gunnar Nelson, because I'm in, and then I'm out.
Da 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 da! It's the motherfucking DOWG!